The Southern Selections podcast contains offensive, controversial, and/or strong language that is too explicit for children. The Sounds of the Sip Limited Liability Company forewarns discretion to please be advised. Content provided is for mature audiences only. Thank you for your patience.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Jonathan Bingham, and I am the host of the Southern Selections podcast. Today I'm rolling solo dolo, and I want to introduce something that I've been really considering doing based off just how much content and how much information actually flows throughout the week. And I want to call this now the Southern Selections segment. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not getting rid of the podcast. We still do it week to week, but with everything that's going on in the world and how much, information and knowledge is flowing through, like, I got to do something to keep up with it. So throughout the week, I want to do small segments, talking about things that we don't get to cover throughout the podcast, and also we don't get to ever get to during the week. And, I hope you enjoy it, and I just want to be able to share this type of information and knowledge of my perspective with it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Once again, this is the Southern Selection segment with your boy, John B. So one of the first things I want to cover, Super Bowl 59. Happened on February 9th, 2025 with the Philadelphia Eagles versus Kansas City Chiefs. Philadelphia Eagles upset the Chiefs in a decisive 40-22 victory during the Super Bowl at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Quarterback Jalen Hurts, of the Eagles, was the MVP of the game, throwing a hefty 275 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a rushing for 87 yards and 1 touchdown. Patty Mahomes struggled under constant pressure, completing 23 of 37 passes for 256 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Man, I'm going to tell you now, they beat the hell out that man. Like, I think, I don't even know how many sacks they got off of him, but I know I saw at least 3 or 4. Yeah, man. They tore him up and down the field, man. They threw him around like a rag doll. It almost seemed like, I hate to say it, but it almost seemed like he threw the game. That's how bad it went, man. Like, he had his ass whooped that bad since Tom Brady. And, they were trying to go for the three-peat, but the Eagles, they begged to differ. Now, big thing I say is, a lot of folks counted Jalen Hurts out. Specifically in the South, man, we were rooting for the Eagles because, 2 black quarterbacks, but, one of the niggas, he repping the set. He from my side of the neck of the woods, man. Jalen Hurts. So then they got an old soul, and we were up in the South, man. On now, below the Mason-Dixon, we were rooting for somebody like that, man. So though the Falcons, the Saints, them Southern teams that are big and represented heavily on our end, but we went on and ride it with the Eagles this go around. So Jalen came through with the dub, and I expected a win. I did not expect the blowout. I thought it was going to be at least, a couple of points difference or something of that nature. But shit, by halftime, dog, 24-zip, I was like, I don't want to celebrate yet. Because we saw what happened with Tom Brady versus the Falcons. And this kid is considered the next GOAT. Trying to go for a three-peat. Let's hold our breath before then. But by the end of the third, by the end of the third, nah, man. Signed, sealed, delivered, wet ink dried. His life was written in stone. It wasn't no coming back. Everybody can't beat Brady. But, it is what it is. So once again, I say a 40-22 blowout. And it was a sad sight to see, man. Now, I'm going to be honest. This ain't the first time I've seen something of this nature. My team, my favorite team, did near and dear to my heart, Carolina Panthers. Fortunately, unfortunately situation. It reminded me a lot when I saw Cam Newton go up against old Peyton Manning, man. And a lot of people, he was dabbing all year and stuff, and we was rolling, man. We like, man, we undefeated. We're gonna win this one. And then when he got to the, Super Bowl, everybody was like, man, he choked. He choked. And a lot of what I saw from Patty Mahomes, man, it seemed like it felt like he choked a little bit. He wasn't being able to lock in. He wasn't, throwing like he normally would. Like I said, the defensive line was blitzing every second, and he just didn't look like the two-time winning back-to-back, Super Bowl champion that we know. And it almost seemed like, like I said, he wanted to keep his kneecaps because the nigga told him to throw the game. I'm just speculating. That's not true. But the blowout, that's something that was, I didn't account for that. And I'm sure a lot of people that betted on that game, man, they didn't meet their parlays. And they didn't hit like they expected to. So I feel for them. Sorry about it. But whoever betted on the Eagles, congratulations to you, man. And congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles and the city itself, man, because they had a lot of tragedy going on within the past couple of weeks, i.e. dealing with the airline tragedies and, plane accidents. Yeah, man, they were already in a world of hurt. So to be able to bring that Lombardi back to the city, I'm sure that was a beautiful thing. Yeah, man, shout out to them. Shout out to the city of New Orleans. I know you had higher expectations for the performance aspect, but, you had plenty of people that represented, man. You had Master P come out there. You had John Baptiste. He did the national anthem. New Orleans was in the house outside of what most people wanted to expect, but it is what it is. Overall, I was fairly pleased with what was presented with the Super Bowl as a whole. It wasn't peak, perfect, top tier of what you wanted. But I can very well say at least the crowd favorite, the man of the people, the people's champ, he won. And not just a regular win, but it was a overall, uncontested win. And I was proud to be able to witness it. But as far as that aspect of reviewing the Super Bowl, one of the things was through this victory with the Eagles, the second Super Bowl championship, and it drew a live audience of 72,000 fans with over 115 million viewers tuning in globally. That's a beautiful thing, man. The turnout was, I would say, successful for everyone involved, except for the Kansas City Chiefs. And yeah, man, great Super Bowl. Great Super Bowl. And that's all I actually got on the subject. I thank you all for listening, man. Once again, this is the John B with the Southern Selection segment. Y'all have a good one.